I'm a cabin crew for Emirates. It's been 3 years and it's been 8 months that I'm in business class. I have passed on the assessment for Emirates and Etihad, but I decided to stay with Emirates. Today I'm gonna tell you how was my assessment day. We started on presenting yourself in front of everyone. For example, I said my name, I'm from Brazil. I came to the US 3 years ago. I was very excited to be there. It was always my dream to be a part of the Emirates crew. And then we started the dynamics, which was she gave us some pictures of a situation. For example, it was two cabin crew doing a security search in the aircraft, and we had to discuss between us and decide what these two cabin crew were doing. Keep it in mind, these dynamics, there's no correct or wrong answer. They're just observing how you talk with your colleague. You allow them to talk, if you also give your opinion, if you're being nice to them. Another dynamic was she gave us a situation. For example, you have two passengers and both of them ask for the same wine, but you only have enough for one passenger. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say to the passenger that you couldn't give the wine that he wanted? Another dynamic as well, that she asked, what did you take with you? For example, you can take only 4 things to an island where there is nobody living there, and you're gonna, what did you take to this island? So we just want to see how you talk, how is your English, your communication is clear, polite, and confident. So assessment for Etihad, I had a dynamic where there was a board where we had to build a city, and then we had to decide where are we going to put the hospital, where are we going to put a butcher, where are we going to put the supermarket, where are we going to put the school, and we have to decide in group what is the best places to place all of them. And some people were not listening to another colleagues. For example, there was a girl, she was like, oh, I think we need to put the supermarket here, and then another person just removed it and he didn't pass, he failed. So they check all of this, if you listen to your colleague, if you at least ask them. So be mindful that they are not there to actually check if you place the supermarket in a good place. They're there to check how you deal as a teamwork, how you treat your colleagues, And then we did an English test. The English test was not hard, but you do need to know how to communicate, you need to know the grammatics. After every dynamic, some people were removed, so they failed, they didn't pass. And then they checked our height and tattoo. So whoever was under 160 centimeters failed. And whoever had tattoos wherever the uniform doesn't cover was also removed. Some people failed, and whoever stayed, we went for the final interview. On my final interview, she asked me why I want to be a cabin crew. Give me an example of when you went above the customer expectation on a customer service. How it is for me to live abroad, for me to live far away from my family. I was already living out of my country for 4 years, so it was very easy to answer that. This happened on a Friday or Saturday, and then I received my golden call on Monday. It was very quick. It was totally different from Etihad. Etihad, after I applied, they took 3 months to call me for the assessment day. And then after the assessment day, I received the golden call after 1 month. So Emirates is much faster than Etihad. What really helped me when I was studying for the assessment day was this book that I'm gonna put here. It is How to Become a Cabin Crew. There was a lot of questions on how you behave, what to expect. Is really helpful. That's what I was reading when I was preparing myself. They're gonna send you a picture on what is the dress code and how is the dress code that you should wear on the day. Respect that dress code. That's how I went to my assessment day. Some people were wearing very, very short skirts. Some people with very messy hair. And this is very important because it's the first impression that you're gonna give to them. And if you cannot even follow that simple instruction that they gave you for the dress code, how are they gonna trust you that you're gonna keep your uniform tidy, your hair, for when you join the company? Be in time. So the grooming, be in time. Some people arrived at the assessment day very late. Like there was one guy, he arrived 30 minutes late and she didn't let him in. She just said the plane has taken off already. So be in time, arrive there 1 hour earlier. On time is already late. especially for assessment day. Positive energy. Be positive. Don't be complaining. Even if it takes 12 hours, smile. Even though you are exhausted, smile. Keep showing how happy you are to be there. Be confident. Clear English. Speak slowly so people can understand you. Smile as we speak. Make eye contact during the dynamics. Don't interrupt your colleagues when they are talking. Let them talk, and then you raise your hand. I would like to say something, and then you say whatever you need to say. If you disagree with something that your colleagues say, don't be aggressive. Just say, I understand your point of view, but what do you think about that? That's how was my experience. It was very long. I was very stressed, but I managed to control that stress. If you like this type of content, if you like this video, give me a like, comment, subscribe in my channel. And if you want to know anything else about the job, about the assessment, comment down below, and I will bring more contents like this for you. Bye.